Hey, you guys, I'm sure you are following the Jonathan Majors case if you're tuning into this. And I'm going to point out something that I'm kind of disturbed about. And please let me know your thoughts on this as well. Jonathan Majors, in the text message to his ex-girlfriend, at one point he said that he's a great man. And he compared himself to Martin Luther King and the greatness of Martin Luther King. I want to know why people are attacking him and attacking his character for saying something like that. We may not think he is at that point yet, and he may never be, right? But what is wrong with him aspiring to be great? I feel like everybody's saying, look how he's looking at himself. If you don't think highly of yourself, who else will? You're supposed to think highly of yourself. You're supposed to think you're great. You're not supposed to let society belittle you and let you feel any less than you are. We may not look at him in that light. We may not see him in that fashion. But how dare we tell him that he cannot think of himself as great? Greatness is as greatness does. Maybe he wants to do more. He's obviously trying to climb, he was trying to climb and bring himself into another light. As far as his situation with his ex-girlfriend, what is wrong with him telling her to be more like Michelle Obama or Coretta King? Like what? I don't understand why everyone, or not everyone, but why there are articles insinuating that is a bad thing. That is not a bad thing to be like Michelle Obama. If my husband were to tell me to be more like Michelle Obama, I would think that he would mean that he wants me to dress a little classier. I would think that he wants me to be more involved in politics. I would think that he wants me to be more involved in community events. I would think that he wants me to be more involved with community outreach, helping underserved communities. I don't take that as a bad thing. I actually take that as a great thing. I wish I could walk in those footsteps and walk in that light, so I would not be offended. So I want to know, and I seriously want to know, why is that offensive? Make me understand. Why is that a bad thing? And for people to insinuate that him telling her that is a bad thing, that is the problem with many individuals in society. If he were to tell her to be more like Beyonce, is that a bad thing? That's a great thing too. But when you tell me to be like Beyonce, I don't get the same image that I do for Michelle Obama. I take it that he wants me to still be classier. Maybe he wants me to sing, wear my hair nice and long, hold my head up high, walk with confidence. I look at that as good things and good attributes. So if my husband were to tell me to be more like that, I would not be offended. If he told me to be more like my girl Cardi, who I love Cardi, I don't care what anyone has to say, I would think he'd want me to wear tighter fitting clothes, trim my abs and get a nice little six-pack here, wear some clothes showing my thighs. I would think that's because that's what I associate when I think of Cardi. He would want me to be more loyal because he thinks that she's real loyal. He loves her loyalty. So if he were to tell me these things about other people, I don't think that it's anything bad. The other day he was talking about Shenseea, the Jamaican, she's a singer and she cooks. He likes the fact that she cooks. I don't think it is bad if he told me to be in the kitchen cooking like her. These are not bad things. But the problem with society is if someone tells you something and you don't agree with it, you ought, not everyone. I'm trying to be careful that I don't categorize everyone into one group. But many people all of a sudden want to make that person out to be a monster or make it worse than what it really is. It is not a bad thing for someone to say to be more like Michelle Obama. It is actually a good thing. It's not bad. Michelle Obama is a great woman. No matter what your political view is, she's not evil. She's not hurtful. What she's done, even if you do not agree with what she's done, she has tried to help. People try to help sometimes and get in the way, and their definition of help may not be helpful, but it was not a malicious intent. She was trying to help children. I can tell you, even when my daughter was in high school and Michelle Obama enacted these healthy meals for kids, my daughter was livid when she was going to high school. She did not want wheat and whole wheat pasta and whole wheat bread. My daughter did not want it. But it didn't make Michelle Obama a bad person. That was just where she was, and that was what she was working on, and that was her initiative. You don't have to agree. So the fact that he told her to be more like that is not a bad thing. And I really wish that people would stop making it seem like, oh, this guy thought he was so great, comparing himself to the late Martin Luther King. Yeah, I'm with you. He's not like him. From what I see, I don't know that much. I'm just starting to follow him now. I just know about his acting. But for him to compare himself like that, I can see where you go, oh, okay. But that's who you aspire to be? That's a great thing for him to aspire to be more like that. Then good. When this case is over, if he has to serve time and if they find him guilty when he gets out, he should look more into doing things in the community. And what can he do for himself and for individuals out there and for these communities to be more like Martin Luther King Jr., if that's what you say? Now he might need to take a step back and look at himself and say, am I acting in that fashion? Am I behaving in that vein? Is that where I am heading? And maybe he might need to take a look at himself and reflect and say, I'm actually, though I say it, I'm not actually putting that energy out. So I need to reflect and do something different. But I digress. My point is him saying that is not a bad thing. And people should stop worsifying what he said. Yep, I said it, worsifying. Do not worsify the fact that he told her that she should be more like Michelle Obama. It's not a bad thing. I will say, Mr. Majors, I don't know what made you think she could be like Michelle Obama. If you knew her when you started dating her, I don't know if she gave you indications that she had that in her. What did you see that you felt that you can compare her to the likeness of Michelle Obama? I don't know. Maybe she was doing some things. I don't know. But either way, if that's what you want in a woman, then you kind of look for those traits. Maybe you saw that she didn't have those traits and you decided to go elsewhere. I don't know if Megan Good has those traits like Michelle Obama. I do think I could see her doing more things in community outreach and being an activist and so forth. I could see her doing something like that. And not to say she will or she won't. I love Megan Good. But if that's what you are looking for, then those are the traits that I'm thinking that you want. An attorney, someone who's intelligent, someone who's a genius. I don't even know if your ex-girlfriend went to school or college. I don't know. And even if she didn't, that doesn't make her a bad person. If she did, it doesn't make her a great person. It really doesn't. But people, stop worsifying what he said. It is not a bad thing.